Welcome to Payday 3, the newest installment to the Payday series. Whether you're a former Payday player or brand new to the franchise, this beginner's guide should help you get up to speed on the basics of Payday 3. If you want to skip ahead to a specific topic or hop back and forth between sections, you can do so by using the chapters outlined in the video timeline. Let's start with buying the game itself, which is available in 3 different versions. You can access every single piece of playable content right now just by buying the standard edition of the game for $40 US. Alternatively, if you're looking to acquire some bonus cosmetics and access to future Payday 3 content, you have 2 different options. The first of these is the Silver Edition for $70 US, granting everything from the standard edition, as well as the Dark Sterling Mask cosmetic and the 6-month season pass, which down the line will provide you with additional tailor packs, weapon packs, and 2 more heists. The other of these options is the Gold Edition for $90 US, granting everything from the Standard Edition, as well as the Dark Sterling Mask, Skull of Liberty Mask, and Golden State Gloves cosmetics, as well as the 1-year season pass, which down the line will provide you with additional tailor packs, weapon packs, and 4 more heists. You can look at and buy any of these 3 versions by using the first link down in the description below, provided to me by the Payday team themselves, who were kind enough to sponsor this beginner's guide video. Once you have the game, you'll surely want to know what's going on with the story and its characters, especially if you haven't played previous Payday titles. So let's do a quick recap. Long after the conclusion of Payday 2 and the gang's retirement, an attempt is made on their lives. The Payday gang manages to dodge this at the last second, but with their offshore accounts emptied, they're going to need some cash if they want to get their revenge. The 5 surviving playable members of the Payday 2 gang featured in Payday 3 include Dallas, Wolf, Chains, Hoxton, and Joy, with a 6th new playable character being introduced to the Payday franchise named Pearl. Playing as any of the 6, you're tasked with completing various heists to refresh your cash stockpiles and exact your revenge. Which takes us to the star of the game, the heists. The game ships with 8 heists in total, 7 of which are optionally completable using exclusively stealth, and all of which are unlocked to play the very second that you install the game. In between these heists in the mission selection screen are the cinematic videos that tell the narrative of the game that are unlocked as you complete the heists in sequential order. These heists can be completed with a squad of up to 4 total players or completely solo, in which case you'll be loaded in with 3 AI teammates. You can select how you'd like to squad up by opting into the public, friends only, or invite only matchmaking options. Each heist also has 4 selectable difficulties in normal, hard, very hard, and overkill, with the rewards increasing along with the difficulty the heist is completed on. Additionally, on higher difficulty levels, like very hard and overkill, heists are modified with security firms that rotate on a weekly basis to add another layer of complexity and difficulty to your play session. Whilst every heist has its own set piece with a unique look, feel, and features, they all share a similar phase breakdown. Each heist will begin in the stealth phase with gameplay features that allow players to proceed with the objective undetected. Use this time to case the place out and progress the mission as much as possible without any resistance. However, once you are caught doing some illegal activity, be it that you masked up and have your gun out or went into a location that you aren't supposed to be in, the heist will enter the negotiation phase, where you can capture hostages and negotiate with the police to delay future phases. Immediately after this is the anticipation phase, otherwise known as the calm before the storm, featuring a countdown timer that signals when the cops will begin the assault phase. Once the assault phase begins, waves of police backup will roll in to try and take you out as you continue to complete heist objectives and progress the mission. Finally, heists will end with the no return phase that will begin when the heist is at its last legs, where endless waves of police will continue spawning until the Payday gang has been taken out or made their escape. Now, as I stated previously, 7 of the 8 heists can be completed all within that first stealth phase if you'd like. However, exiting that stealth phase at any point will then take you through the rest of the phases throughout the remainder of the heist. A few other things to note about heists is that they all feature small item pickups like wads of cash that you can scavenge infinitely, but where the real money's at is in the big item pickups that are held on your back, which can only be held one at a time. A big tip for these, especially if you are playing solo, is that you can throw these big item pickups directly at your AI teammates to make them carry them and follow you to the deposit site, as they will never grab these on their own. Simply put, the more big bags you bank, the more money you receive at the end of the heist. Speaking of money, there are two types of currencies in Payday 3, and don't worry, neither of them are based on microtransactions. Thank the heavens. The first is cash. Pretty straightforward. You are rewarded with cash after completing a heist, with better performance and higher difficulty rewarding more cash. In one way or another, cash is used to buy literally every single thing in the entire game. Most things in Payday, such as weapons, mods, and lots of cosmetics, can be purchased directly with cash. However, some items in Payday are only purchasable using the second currency, C-Stacks. C-Stacks are the alternate currency in Payday that are purchased using cash, but with a twist. When it comes to C-Stacks, their cash price increases every time you buy them, with that cost resetting to the base price every week. C-Stacks are typically used for buying the rarest endgame items, such as strong preset weapons and extremely rare cosmetics. Because their price increases with each purchase, but resets every week, it's in your best interest to try and always make sure you buy a few rounds of C-Stacks at least once a week to take advantage of their low cost as often as possible, as buying a ton of them all at once is what will really hurt your stockpile of accrued cash. Next up, let's talk about progression systems. In Payday 3, there are two primary progression metrics called XP and Infamy. The basic gist of it is that XP levels up your weapons and skills, whereas Infamy levels up your account so that you can purchase new weapons, skills, and cosmetics. At the end of every heist, you will be rewarded with XP towards your weapons and skills that you had equipped during that specific heist. We'll talk more in depth about what earning XP for weapons and skills does as we get to those sections, but the main idea is that the more you use something in Payday, the better it gets. Now, Infamy is rewarded a bit differently. On the main menu of Payday 3, you'll find the Challenges tab, which contains 3 subcategories called Heists, Career, and Combat. These first and third categories contain all sorts of challenges specific to different heists and combat playstyles respectively, granting Infamy points upon completion to level up your account. However, that middle tab, Career, primarily rewards C-Stacks. By completing the various challenges in the heists and combat categories, you'll earn Infamy points to level up your account to gain access to every item in the game and earn additional skill points. Reaching level 100 will unlock the final skill point, the final weapon, and all gameplay functionalities, whereas everything from there leading up to the hard cap of level 150 is pretty much all cosmetic rewards and bragging rights. Although, according to the developers, playing the game without a care in the world when it comes to challenges will naturally level you up to about level 60 or 70 quite quickly. It's not until then that you'll have to begin targeting specific challenges to quickly continue your progress, so don't worry about focusing on these too much as you're just starting out. Now let's talk about weapons, more specifically how to unlock them and how to upgrade them. By increasing your account level through Infamy points, you'll unlock the ability to purchase new weapons, and as I said before, using a weapon in a heist will reward XP for that specific weapon. As you earn XP for weapons and level them up, you'll unlock the ability to purchase new attachments called mods to significantly increase the performance of the weapon. These mods range from everything to sights, barrel extensions, grips, magazines, and much more. There are also preset weapons that can be purchased in the game as well, which come pre-modded with various attachments, and although their mod configuration can't be changed like their base variant, you'll still earn XP towards the base variant of the weapon when using their preset versions in heists. As a result, a great way to level up a gun without ever having to use a lackluster version of it is to purchase the preset version when you become a high enough account level to unlock it, use the preset weapon to earn XP for the base version, and then, once you earn enough XP for the base version, to unlock and purchase a whole slew of new attachments, which you'll then have full freedom to equip whichever ones you want to craft your perfect version. This takes us to Loadouts, which contains all of the items in your kit to be used in heists. Loadouts begin with a primary weapon, which can be any type of assault rifle, marksman rifle, SMG, or shotgun. You'll also have a secondary weapon that can be selected from a range of pistols or revolvers. And finally, for guns, you'll have an overkill weapon, an extremely powerful temporary weapon that you can call in during a heist after filling up a meter progressed by completing heist objectives and killing enemies. These overkill weapons drop with limited ammo and cannot scavenge ammo the way that primary and secondary weapons can. In addition to your weapons, you also have your armor lining, which will determine both your durability and your speed. After that is a deployable slot, which you can fill with an armor bag that you and your teammates can use to refresh your armor plates, a medic bag that can be used to refresh health, an ammo bag to refresh ammo, or a sentry turret to aid you in battle. You've also got a throwable, which can be occupied by a frag grenade, smoke grenade, flashbang grenade, or throwing knife, and finally a tool slot, which can be occupied by a piece of utility-based equipment. All of these different loadout options make for an extremely customizable loadout system, and one that greatly incentivizes filling the gaps left in your team composition when looking at the loadouts of your friends as well. For example, if all of your buddies are running medic and shield bags in their deployable slot, it might be smart for you to run an ammo bag. Or if everyone is rocking marksman rifles and other long-range weaponry, you can round out the composition with a shotgun. Coordinate with your team to mix and match for the best possible results. Now, the other thing that is extremely important to determining your specific playstyle and capabilities are the skills. In Payday, there are over 120 different skills across many different skill lines. Each skill line has a base skill, the first skill in each skill line, that must be unlocked through research by selecting that skill to be researched before going into your next heist. Completing the heist while having a skill selected to be researched will progress that skill towards becoming unlocked with XP. Once unlocked, you can put a skill point into that skill to gain its benefits, where any skill line that is currently active will gain XP post-heist to go towards unlocking additional skills in that same skill line. It's worth noting as well that while you can't equip skill upgrades unless you equip the base skill, you can equip any upgrade while using the base skill. Sequential order is not necessary here. At the end of each skill line is a mastery node that becomes available when you complete research for a full skill line that can be equipped at any time, even if the base skill is not equipped. Each base skill also has a secondary trait that becomes active by spending extra skill points on that skill to ace it. Now, the cornerstone of this skill tree system are the edge, grit, and rush buffs, which let you deal 10% bonus damage, take 10% less damage, and increase your movement speed respectively. These bonuses themselves are not that big, but they synergize with the skills themselves quite well, as certain skills will grant you these buffs through various means, while other skills will grant you huge benefits while in possession of these buffs. This system allows you to spec skill points into various different skill lines to provide an infinite amount of different hybrid setups for different game plans and different playstyles. The last thing we have to talk about is customization. There are so many ways to customize your heister in Payday 3, from weapon paint, charms and stickers, to various mask design options, and a whole array of different suit and glove style options. All of these can be unlocked with cash or C-stacks once your account level is high enough from accruing enough infamy points. With how much customization you have available at your fingertips, you can truly make your heister feel like your own, where no other player on the face of the planet will have your exact same look. And at the end of the day, we all know that fashion is the true endgame. If you have any questions or have a tip that I missed, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. Consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons if you found this guide helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.